2023 was a great year for video games. From Nintendo to Sony to Xbox, there was a lot to choose from for just about every platform. Nintendo in particular could easily be argued for best 2023 release slate. Zelda once again impressed and cleared the lofty expectations that Breath of the Wild set. Nintendo announced and released a brand new really good 2D Mario game that scored rave reviews. Metroid Prime Remastered also came out last year, going under the radar thanks to an early February release, and got a remake of Super Mario RPG out the door near the end of the year. Pikmin, Fire Emblem, Advance Wars, the list goes on. The Switch itself has been one of the most successful systems ever and has done a great job of reviving and rejuvenating Nintendo and Nintendo fans. Nintendo itself is arguably bigger than ever thanks to newfound success outside of the world of video games. 2024 is set up to be another big year for them as well. With the Switch headed towards its 7-year anniversary, what's next for Nintendo is one of the bigger stories headed into 2024. Despite a new system possibly launching as early as this year, there's a lot to look forward to as a Switch owner. Here's the 10 games I'm looking forward to the most. Another Code Recollection. Another Code, or Trace Memory in the US, is a point-and-click adventure game I've always heard about but never gotten the opportunity to play. The original DS release is a bit of a hidden gem, and the Wii sequel never got a release in the United States. Nintendo is now bundling these games with redone art and brand new voice acting for release on the Switch. I said at the start that this was a list of games coming out for the Switch, but given how recent its release is, and the fact that I've been pretty excited to play these games for a while, I'm going to keep it on the list. I'm excited to dive into these once I catch up on a few other 2023 games. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. While Trace Memory was a game I missed on the DS, Mario vs. Donkey Kong was not. I had a good time with this puzzle game back in the day, and while it doesn't seem like there's a ton of new upgrades to this new one, I'm still excited to revisit some of these stages and explore the co-op features with this game when it releases in February. Locomotive. Continuing with the puzzle theme I've realized I found myself in, Locomotive is a debut indie game from Robust Games. This murder mystery point-and-click game reminds me a lot of those comedic LucasArts games from the 90s. We'll see if Locomotive is able to hit that level of humor and fun when it releases Q1 of this year. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. The original Luigi's Mansion might not be available on the Switch, but that isn't stopping Nintendo from releasing an HD version of the 3DS sequel. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is another game I missed out on entirely. As a fan of the franchise though, I'm excited to see what I've missed out on and check out the co-op modes with some friends when this releases later this year. Penny's Big Breakaway is an original idea from Evening Star, the studio created by the Sonic Mania developer. Penny and her yo-yo has a lot of potential given what we've seen from this studio already, but time will tell if a shift to 3D will change things for the worse. Hopefully we won't have to wait long, as Penny's Big Breakaway is currently slated for an early 2024 release date. It's been 18 years since the last Peach-led video games, and the vibes this time are a little different. The theater setting and the power-ups seem to have a lot of potential, and what we've seen so far makes me optimistic about this game's chances. Nintendo has been on a roll with these kinds of games recently, so hopefully that continues with Princess Peach Showtime. Luckily we won't have to wait long, as Princess Peach Showtime releases March 22nd. Unicorn Overlord. Vanillaware are back with a fantastic looking new RPG called Unicorn Overlord, a title that feels straight out of an RPG name generator. Not that there's anything wrong with that. This is the first time they're releasing a brand new game on Switch at launch. This tactics RPG seems tailor-made for a Switch console, so I can't wait to get my hands on it when it comes out March 8th. Little Nightmares 3. Little Nightmares 3 was a nice surprise when it was revealed last year at Gamescom. The franchise was left up in the air after developer Tarsier Studios was bought by Embracer. Bandai Namco moved forward though and have Supermassive Games at the helm for the third game. While Supermassive have been more recently known as the team behind the Dark Pictures anthology, they do have some platforming experience, having developed DLC for Little Big Planet. If those people are even still there, that combination of dark eeriness and platforming is perfect for Little Nightmares. The first two games are great, but this team is more than capable of putting out the best yet. Time will tell when this game releases sometime this year. Hollow Knight Silksong. Okay, I get it. The Hollow Knight sequel that is about to hit year 5 since its original release date that still does not even have a concrete new release date. But it's gotta be this year, right? After returning a few years ago at an Xbox event and teasing an early 2023 date, the game's status is still up in the air, but a late 2024 release date has to be the plan. Despite the huge hype the sequel continues to build, Team Cherry can absolutely deliver. We saw multiple games just last year meet the insane expectations fans set. If Silksong does indeed deliver and improve on the incredible 2017 original, this game could easily be a Game of the Year contender for awards and personal lists, mine included. I gotta believe. The Thousand Year Door is one of my favorite GameCube games, and having not played it since I was a kid, I was genuinely shocked when they announced this game in September. After Super Mario RPG released just a few months ago to rave reviews, and so many great remakes overall the last few years, it's hard not to get excited for this release. While there is no solid release date for now, I have no doubt that we will see this game at some point this year. Fingers crossed it avoids February and I can give it my full attention. That's the list. Thanks for watching. Feel free to drop a like, put a comment, all that good stuff. What are some games you're looking forward to this year? Maybe there's something I didn't list that, you're looking forward to. What is it? Until then, this is Adam with GameLuster.